Hi guys, and welcome back to today's middle game video, and today I'm going to show you how to improve your evaluation of the position and also planning in chess. So first of all, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pen. Please prepare this so we can start. Okay, so how are we going to practice evaluation and planning? So first of all, we're going to need a chess problem. And it's not a tactical chess problem or where you have to find a combination, for example, two moves, but it's a normal position where you're going to evaluate the position and find a plan. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at the position and evaluate the position. Who is better and why? You can, for example, say white has, I don't know, better rooks than black has. Just explanation of your evaluation of the position. Now, the second thing we're going to do is find a plan for white in the position. Based on the evaluation of the position, what is going to be a plan that white could think of? And the last thing you're going to do is, after you evaluated the position and chose a plan, you're gonna have to find a move in the position. Or what do you think is the best move that probably follows the plan that you chose? So I hope you wrote these three things down, and I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do this. You can pause the video or you can set the position on the board, which is probably even better, and think about it for 10 minutes. If you need more time, you can take more time, but I really think that you're going to finish this in 10 minutes. So okay, pause the video and good luck. Okay, so I hope that you paused the video and that you finished the work that you had to do, because now I'm going to give you the answers. Okay, so the evaluation of the position is the following. White is better. And you had to write why. Well, white is better because black has two backward pawns and white can easily attack them. You can see that white has a very good knight here, a very good outpost here on e5. Black's knight is also pretty good here on d5, but black really has a very bad bishop here sitting on a6. White's bishop is better, but it doesn't really play an important role here. And another very important thing is white has these doubled rooks here on the e-file, pressuring this backwards pawn, and black's rooks really aren't that great. So that's the evaluation of the position. White is better. Now what is the plan here for white? You can see that white is really trying to put pressure on this backwards pawn here, and white is hardly going to attack this backwards pawn here on c6 because he can only do it with his knight, and black is protecting it easily. So that's why white has to attack this backwards pawn, this pawn here on e6. And how can he do this? The plan is to remaneuver this knight to this c5 square, from where it will not only attack this pawn, but it will also leave space for these two rooks to really attack this pawn and just put very big pressure on it. So based on the plan, the right move should be knight to d3. And the plan is of course to jump to this c5 square. And if you looked even further than this, then you could also see that it would be pretty nice to just exchange this bishop here for this knight, because this knight is just better than this bishop here, of course, and this would be a pretty good thing to do. This bishop is really more passive than this knight. This knight is on a really good square here, and yeah, this is another plan, but of course the main plan is to remaneuver this knight to this c5 square to really attack this backwards pawn. Okay, so let's take a look at another example that we have today. And again, like we said, pause the video for 10 minutes and evaluate the position first. Why is white better? Why is black better? Why is it equal? Then find a plan that you think is the best in this position, for white of course. And then after all this, recommend a move. So again, pause the video and good luck. Alright guys, so I hope that you took 10 minutes for this example and you found the right solution. The evaluation of the position is that white is better. And why is that? You can see that white has this passed c pawn, which is already a very good thing for white, because you know passed pawns are really dangerous because they can just go up the board and promote to a queen. So this is a plus for white here, and he also controls this d file. Black's pieces here are really pretty passive, you know. And yeah, that's the advantage that white has, and that's why white is better. I'm curious what you chose for a plan here, and I have to say that the first thing that you have to look at is pawn play. These are pawn breaks, just changes in the pawn structure, and if there's no pawn play, then you look at the piece play. And here, as we can see, on the king side, there is nothing to be done with the pawns, and on the queen side, white of course wants to just push his pawns and try to break black's structure and promote to a queen with his passed pawn. But right now, what is the problem with a4? What is the problem? Pause the video and think about it. So the problem is that black can just take the pawn, and when you recapture it, what is he going to play? He's going to play a5 and just break your pawn structure here. I mean, what are you going to do? On the next moves, he's going to take this pawn, and just also take this pawn. So if you play b5, he's just going to take this pawn, and black is actually winning here. He managed to activate his pieces, and I mean, he has really good chances here. So that's why a4 wasn't correct here. You have to be careful here as white and just don't play a4 right away. So because there is no pawn play in the position, this a4 move doesn't work. We have to look at the piece play. And which piece can we improve? Well, the knight is alright here. It's doing a really important job because it's preventing black from playing e5. And that's because after e5, white can just play knight to d5 and attack the queen, and white can get away with it. So this knight is doing a really important job here. Now these two pieces are of course great on this open d file, just controlling this d file and threatening to jump somewhere if, I don't know, the knight moves or something. But look at the bishop. The bishop here is not doing much, it's just looking at this pawn here, and I mean, he's not really good. So you want to improve it. So the plan here for white is to place this bishop on a better square. And as you can see, bishop on this diagonal would be better than on this diagonal here, because it also supports these pass pawns to, you know, um, go further, and it's also threatening to come there and attack these black pawns which are on white squares, and they're pretty weak here. So that's why the move for white here is bishop to d1. And the point is, of course, whatever black does, white is going to play bishop to f3. And like we said, now white has a really bad position. He's controlling these squares here, he's threatening to push this pawn forward, he's threatening to jump there one day and just take all these pawns. I mean, if black tries to do something to fight for this d file, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can just take it and exchange everything and then play bishop to f3, and these two pawns are going to be pretty weak. So that's the plan here for white, and of course, yeah, the best move here is bishop to d1. So guys, I hope that you did these exercises with me, and if you keep solving these exercises on evaluating the position and just finding a plan, you should become better at this, and I really hope you do, guys. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment, share it, and I'll see you in the next one.